That star point counter is taunting me, mocking me with its double nines and its fancy show of incompleteness. I'm gonna show it alright. The next time we come across an enemy, it's not gonna be getting the last laugh. I am. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight and welcome back to Paper Mario. Previously, we finally made it to Mount Rugged after spending so much time exploring Toad Town. And we've been scaling up this mountain since then. Uh-oh. That rock does not spell good news. Have to be careful with this. Today we're gonna continue our adventures through Mount Rugged on our way to Dry Desert. And so far our adventures have been, pardon the pun, rocky for lack of a better term. It has been like the hardest place we've come across, but it hasn't been the easiest either. So one thing I forgot to mention about clefts is that they can be a little easier to deal with if we had the D-Down Pound badge that is available for us to buy back at the badge shop now, but I didn't have enough coins to get that at the time. Quite honestly, I forgot we're countering clefts like this early in the game. So that was kind of a blunder on my part. However, we have found a way to deal with them. I'm just saying they could be easier to deal with if you do have D-Down Pound as a badge. I'm gonna milk this last one for all it's worth. Gonna get that next level up. I pounded this guy's face in. And that's more than enough points I need to carry us over to our next level up. And I'm going right for health, no questions asked. BP has been good and all, but I can only go so far with BP before I need to go focus on my health. Hey, there's a letter there that we can actually access. We just gotta find a way to get up there. Another one of these dang clefts. Man, these things are like the bane of my existence. However, Bombette has been a massive lifesaver deal with them. Like I said, Bombette early game is a great advantage for you to have because she's just quite the power player. I cannot give her enough praise. So while we continue to go through things here, I want to talk about Waka a little bit more. The little lull that we did see in the last part. You can actually kill Waka, believe it or not. Every now and then when you come across Mount Rugged, he will appear when you go back to his little spot, and you can't get more Waka bumps from him. However, he can die. There is a limit to how many of those bumps that you can get. He'll succumb to his death after 8 hits. So there is a little limited quantity to how many of those bumps that you can get. Furthermore, there's something very interesting that I did come across in my research about him. There is an entry name and title info for Waka inside the game's data, which could mean that he would have attacked you instead of dying after you got all the bumps from him. Of course, that was obviously scrapped, but for reasons I didn't really find out why. I do have my suspicions though. Maybe they just didn't want this friendly character to get all angry at you and for you to feel bad after taking like so much punishment to him. That's probably why. So it would make you think why they decide to further go for death would be a better option. Either way, Waka can be friendly unless you push him to like a certain extent, regardless of how things would have turned out for him. I really gotta be careful with this cleft again. Kind of feel like there's a limited space I have to work with this time on this guy. What if I do this? And yeah, there we go. Some careful timing, and it could have come at a moment too soon. That guy was about to stick his spike up Mario's butt if that clip were to have its way. So the class, their attack, I believe is called Spike Charge. That was the attack that they have to go against you. Ah, man. I have too many items. Okay, what to give up. I want to keep the egg for cooking later. Maybe the sleepy sheep? Yeah, I think I'll get rid of this. And then Yeah, I'll eat the honey syrup and then get the mushroom back. As much as I love FP, I still value HP over everything else when it comes to, like, any game actually, not just RPGs. So we can't get the letter from up here, because the end of the cliff comes to this point. Maybe we take this slide, it might help us out. Whee! Ah yeah, just where I thought I would land, and Mario lands with a perfect belly flop. 8 out of 10, landing could have been better. In any case, we got the letter, a letter to Colorado. Even though it says Colorado, we gotta take this back to Parakarry first. Just lead us back to this area. And another slide. Man, this mountain's a lot more fun than it looks. At least when you take out all the danger about it. Since we're already here, oh yeah, this is like the path near the entranceway. We'll actually go back to Parakarry then and return the letter. I didn't think we were gonna be that close to the entranceway, to be very honest. Just gotta find our way back to Parakarry and deliver the letter back to the postman, which is actually his job. Can I go see Walk again? Oh yeah, there he is. Hi, little buddy. No hard feelings from last time? You cool with us? Good. I need another one of these from you. Man, I do feel so bad for doing that. Kinda forgot about my limit. Oops. Okay, what to give up this time? You know, worst comes to worst, I'll just use the egg anyways. I'm pretty sure the egg that we did find is not beneficial. It's back at the bush that we did find it the first time. So I'm pretty sure it responds when you do exit the screen that it's in. So we can get more of those later on. For now, just to make our way all the way back over here and visit the postman. How ironic, we're being the world's best hero of all time, the postman, and deliver a letter to the postman. Oh, that's the one! Oh, thanks for finding it. I'm so relieved. Actually, I'm also looking for 2 other letters I may have lost. It wasn't my fault, really. If you find them, could you? Thank you so much. Wait, you're not gonna take along with us? Still looking for those 2 letters. If you help me find them, I'll be very grateful. I thought he would help us out, because we can't get to the letters that we did see earlier. I mean, our partners are pretty good and all, but none of them have like the ability to fly. That would actually be useful if we could get Parakarry on board to help us out with that. There might be other letters that we haven't seen yet, since we haven't progressed further into Mount Rugged yet, so there might be more stuff that we can't get back from him. Those might be the letters he could be talking about. I'm not gonna bother wasting my time with these bulls. As much as I would love to get the experience from them, they can be pretty tough to take on. Even with my extra health, I don't want to take the chance running into repeated enemies too much. Besides, that's gonna be less editing for me to do back in post. I mean, I love to edit all, but even I got my own limits when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't want to create too much work for me. That's what I'm saying. I'm being lazy. That's the gist of it. Another rock over there, but right next to it is another letter. Run past this guy. Get my distance from him. Distance might not be a factor that I could exploit here. Or maybe it could. We'll throw Bombette here. Provoke him? Nope, provoke too soon. Okay, so going to this corner can help out. It's good to know. We'll try this again. Nope, that provoked him too soon. How's this guy doesn't think to just look at this corner? Cliffs might be powerful, but they're not really smart, in case you haven't gathered that by now. I mean, they pretty much got rocks for brains if you have to guess anything about their intelligence. Yeah, there we go. Cannot praise Bombette enough. She is a lifesaver when it comes to dealing with those rock heads. And that's our second letter, which is for Goomba back in Goomba Village. There only leaves one more letter that we could find. I don't think I could get across this ledge though. Nope, can't. Might as well get the idea to grab onto that broken bridge. So that begs the question of where that second letter might lie. You already see 2 of them, but we can't get to either of them by any means right now. Maybe there's a pathway along this bridge that I haven't seen yet. Nothing behind here. Just want to make sure. Nothing over there either. Maybe if I go back, I might have missed something that I didn't see before. There's that place over there. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we can go into that cave. Pretty hard to see. But actually, that gives us the damage dodge badge. If you do the action command, decreases Mario's damage by 1. Ooh. So this is more of a challenge badge then. Alright. Can't go over there. We'll be able to jump across that gap. Is that really the only thing I'm missing out on? Where could that other letter be? Hold on a second. Maybe I wasn't thinking about this the right way before. I forgot about Cooper. Silly me. Did we do that? Yeah, there we go. I was supposed to use Cooper for the third letter. So that's 3 letters in total for Parakarry now. Just got to lure these 2 back, and maybe we can convince him to actually help us out because I can't get to other stuff in this place. I would really like the assistance. So that third letter we got was from Merlin back in Toad Town, the cranky old sage that could tell the future. It's also a fortune teller, so sage / fortune teller. We'll make our way back there very quickly. And hand over this first letter to him. Ah, there we go. That's one of the ones I dropped by accident. Thanks so much, really. Of course, there's still one more letter left. But do you imagine that? I happen to find get my hands on that too with the help of my other Cooper friend over here. The last letter! You found it! Now I've got all the letters I lost today. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, today, that does not sound good. This guy must be a worse postman than we were actually led to believe. You're a lifesaver. I wish there was some way I could repay you for your help. Well, I've got an idea. Actually, to be honest, I haven't just lost letters on Mount Rugged. I may have sort of dropped some all over the Mushroom Kingdom while I was flying. Yeah, you know, you're good at finding letters. Do you think you can keep an eye out during your travels? In return, I would offer you whatever help I can. Oh, hell yeah, that's the kind of deal I was actually looking forward to strike with you. Oh, praise the stars! I wasn't looking forward to having to find all those letters by myself. No, sir. I'll do my very best to help. You shall not regret this. And that's party member number 4 added to our crew. Parakarry, by pressing down, can have Mario carry us and fly for a short time. He can carry Mario over short gaps that he couldn't jump across by himself. And in battle, he can attack with Skydive or smash into enemies using his Shell Shot ability. Now, onward! Oh, but hey, by the way, if you want to deliver a letter to someone, just speak to that person. I have to be next to you at the time for it to work though, keep it in mind, alright? So we've got not just a party member, but another side quest unlocked for us for the player, i.e. us, to get through in our travels. This can take very, very long. I hazard to think that this little side quest we now have with Parakarry unlocked by him being virtue, or by virtue him being in our party, will take up a large chunk of the game for the foreseeable future. At least in exchange, we got his services for him to help us out along our travels. And this is what Parakarry could do by going down on the C button. Well, press the C down, we can have him fly. And we now have the Quake Hammer badge because of this. Slightly damages all enemies on the ground or ceiling. I may have to do some badge swapping at some point. Since I have been running with the same set for a while now, since we have come across a few new badges in our possession, it would be high time for us to switch out some stuff and reorganize the whole badge thing. Let's see, I'm trying to think of where we could go next. I want to backtrack to this screen for a moment and go down this path to see if there's anything I missed out that I can get with Parakarry now. If not, we'll just cut back to where we were before. Yeah, there was this ledge that I remembered earlier. So go across here and get another star piece among a ring of coins. Probably not the best reward that we can actually get with Parakarry, but a reward is a reward and a star piece is a star piece. You know, Merlo's gonna be very happy about that the next time we do see him back at the summit. We'll get rid of first attack. I actually forgot I had that on for a while. That's not gonna be used for us until we do backtracking stuff. I want to keep these two on. Though Dizzy Attack might be the lesser of the two. That would be useful because I don't count on spinning into my enemies. I mainly use Speedy Spin as a maneuver to dodge enemies I've already beaten up, slash getting through the landscape quicker. Yeah, I'll take the chance to take that off for now. It could be useful if I'm getting really desperate, so I'll keep that in mind for the future. I want to slap that onto Quake Hammer, because these can be useful for clefs. By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but clefs are susceptible to being flipped over. They're just not flipped over by usual means. I think the Quake Hammer might be the way for them to be taken off their feet. And I figured I was reading this wrong earlier. This decreases Mario's damage by 1. I took it before as Mario's offensive damage, not his defense. That's what it really means. Because now that I have that in mind, the damage dodge badge can be very helpful, but as we can see, it's pretty expensive. So it's a bit of a take it or give for that. Shrink's it's not gonna be useful here because we got clefs to deal with. Smash charge. Perhaps. I mean, I already have Quake Hammer, so I have one way to take on the clefs now. Probably I might get Smash charge, maybe. Not too sure. I guess I'm sticking with Dizzy Attack after all. So much for me counting out that thing. But it's temporary for now. That being said, I can imagine it being very helpful to stun the clefs if I need to get some sort of advantage going into a fight with them that isn't offensive based. Speaking of which, as long as we have these clefs to deal with, we'll show off Parakarry in a fight. And lo and behold, that Dizzy Attack actually did come into play. So first things first, I'm pretty sure Parakarry won't be helpful for us against the clefs. The Quake Hammer, however, will be a different story. Just hold back a little longer than usual. Well, they don't flip them over, but it does take them down in one shot. That's better than nothing. So I think the way to flip over clefs might be something we could do for later on. I.e. that's an ability that we don't have yet to deal with clefs. Now let's see what Parakarry could do. It's got Skydive. That allows him to kick at enemy. I'm not sure if this is affected by spikes or not. Let's find out. Yeah, I thought so. It is affected by spikes. Oh man, poor Parakarry. His first time going into a battle and he just got injured because of my stupidity. Well, oops. I guess we'll find Monty Moles for Parakarry to have his actual showcase. I didn't think that the spikes would actually be affected by air attack enemies as well. Or air attacking enemies, that's what I'm trying to say. I just spelled out crud. So it's not that unfortunate for us actually, because I just remembered going down that cliff along the side, there was this place, and there's a Monty Mole over there, so that's 2 birds, 1 stone, or 1 stone and 1 mole and 1 bubble, because there was one over here on this side. We couldn't get here otherwise, unless Parakarry was with us. Oh, Talking to me? I don't see anyone else here. Alright, you are talking to me. It's been a long while since I first came here from my home in Flower Fields. But you're still the very first person to speak a word to me. Nobody ever notices me. The few people I actually see just think I'm blooming. I love a good conversation. Here, take this as thanks. This is a precious seed. Keep it well and remember me. And that's our second magical seed that we've collected. So be sure to visit Minty again once we return to Toad Town. Please grow my seed with care. It will help you one day. I shall do just that, Mr. Bubble. Now for you. We'll actually have Parakarry demonstrate his skills this time around. So, first with Skydive. Basically, it's a mid-air attack that operates like a jump, if that makes any sense. Just time the A button correctly when Parakarry aims to kick an enemy. I will show off Shell Shot in another fight with the Monty Moles if we ever come across another one of those guys. They might be further ahead because we haven't made any further progress into Mount Rugged after going back for Parakarry and some of the other stuff. At least we have Parakarry help us get over that. Ah, that's what I thought. I was kind of expecting this guy to show up. We'll switch out to Gubario just in case. You see this vulture over there is kind of has his eye on us. Well, there's a reason why. Hey there! Hold up a second, partner. Just a darn minute. I see you somewhere. Yep, very similar. You look like a lot like this fella Mario who's on Bowser's water poster. Now Gip, what's the name? We can't say we're Princess Peach or Luigi, or should it be honest to say we're Mario. The thing is though, if you say you're Luigi... well, Luigi, eh, Pod? You do look like this, dude. Well, you're not Mario, I guess. I reckon you could pass. Yep, he leaves you alone if you say you're Luigi. So you can press on by without having to worry about that guy whatsoever. That means we can go all the way down to the foot of Mount Rugged and proceed our way safely past him. But I ain't doing that, no way. I think it's pretty obvious what will happen if you select one of the other options. Just for comedy's sake, I'm gonna say I'm Princess Peach and see how he reacts. Let's go do this same shtick again. Yeah, somewhere, like just 2 seconds ago, mister. You just saw us. Apparently this guy is easily forgettable too. Yeah, very similar. Yada yada yada. Dude, can't you not tell I'm Princess Peach? I mean, look at me. I pretty much have the same appearance as Peach would. What's that, Princess Peach? You take me for a fool? Princess Peach is captured off their palace's castle. You reckon I don't know that? You're asking for your big fibber. I think you're Mario. Prepare for your whooping. So if you say you're Mario or you're Peach, then you do get into a fight with this guy. This vulture is named Buzzar. This is Buzzar. He guards Mount Rugged. Wow, that's one big bird. HP 40, attack power 3. If you get caught in the clutches of his sharp claws, you'll lose 4 HP. Try to wriggle around with its grip. His special attack is flapping its wings to create wind. This attack damages your party members too. But he was hatching eggs, wasn't he? Is it possible that he's really a she? I wonder. Well, want to know more, Gubario, because that's not our reasoning for fighting him. Obviously, I want the experience coming from this guy since he is a bit of a mini-boss. So, to start things off, we'll start big with a power jump. Get some damage on him. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, 1 point of damage. However, Gubar got hurt, so he's gonna be out of action for a while. I don't think he'll be that helpful anyways. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. When members are injured, you can't switch them out. That actually makes sense, come to think of it. Okay. So that's kind of off the table for now. I was hoping to switch to Paracarry, because we haven't seen him in action that much yet. And Kubar's back up. This we was talking about. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he dropped me. I was expecting something worse, like he would take me out of battle because, you know, he can fly. And he could have done that if he was really smart. Then we'll switch out Kubario for Paracarry, because we haven't seen Paracarry's shell shot maneuver yet. Honestly, Hammer's not gonna work unless I use Hammer Throw, but I have been abusing my FP a little too much. I was gonna see, so that means I can do it again. No. We'll use Refresh for now just to get the FP back so I can show off Paracarry's shell shot. While that's going on, I'll talk about what Buzzar's about. His attacks are Claw Swoop, I think that was the last one he just used on us. And the other ones are Feather Fling, which I think was the wind ability that he had. Grapple Drop, which is what he tried to, well, he did lift me up with. And 2 other attacks, which are Wind Blast, which might be what the wind attack was about, and High Swoop. So now with Shell Shot, we can aim back as long as we hold out the control stick as long as possible. And we have our target. Let go, and have Paracarry fling towards the enemy. 5 points. Okay, this was probably High Swoop. Yeah, there we go. Got out safely. That's really lucky and kind of random too. Lucky and random, that's a really poor way of putting that into words. I did bring up Hammer Throw. I want to see how much damage this does just for the sake of curiosity. 2 points, that's what I thought. About the same as a regular jump maneuver. And as a skydive as well. Just threw your feathers at me? Yeah, those might be like molting for all I know. That's kind of disgusting if it's true. That's not nice. You lousy vulture, you. Keep pelting him down. Alright, he's got me in the claw swoop again. I think we got out of that. Maybe High Swoop was like the regular attack that he did on me. That's probably the difference between that and Claw Swoop. Or Grapple Drop. That's probably Grapple Drop. I don't really know. He's got a lot of attacks. That's what I'm leaning towards. Keep pressing the offensive. I do have one more FP attack that I can use, but I have that in reserve for now. We got a good thing going with not Vulture, with Buzzar right now. Now with this again. Ah, screw your Wind Blast. The Paracarry can't move though. That doesn't matter too much. As a way to retaliate, we'll use this. I did say I had that reserve and I was gonna use it. This again. This work out? Yep, worked out well. So Buzzar's not that hard to take on. He does have like a lot of HP for an optional boss that you can go and fight. However, we're demonstrating that if you know what you're doing, he's not that dangerous. That was probably High Swoop. Doesn't matter for us though. We got this in the bag. Look at that, Paracarry's got the final blow. It's a good way to have your first boss battle, Paracarry. Didn't land that skydive like completely well, but it was just enough. It was gonna do damage regardless. Yo! I got whooped! And there he goes. Possibly off to his death, or her death. What we learned from Gubario, that guy might be a girl if that nest has any eggs. Well, we probably just made some orphans today, and we're gonna go past that and not think about it anymore. The further Mario gets away from his guilt, the faster he'll forget what he kinda committed today. Pretty sure that's how he operates, at least in his mind. Got a lot of star points out the deal though, up to 46 points, so almost halfway to our next level up. And this kinda takes us to the end of Mount Rugged. So all in all, it's not that dangerous once you get the hang of things. Sure, the Monty Moles can be kinda threatening and the cliffs can be very threatening unless you're not using Bobette. If you're using Bobette, that is. But we did it. Get through it. I was expecting to have a lot more trouble with this, to be honest. I guess I just learned to adapt very well, at least this time around. So, now that we're at the end of Mount Rugged, we're gonna stop things for today and save what lies ahead for next time. So, when we return, we will be pressing on ahead past Mount Rugged on our way to Dry Desert. Until we meet again, farewell for now.